let's learn about who Leonardo da Vinci was. Humble origins and early years. In the heart of Tuscany, during an era when the Renaissance began to awaken Europe from its long medieval slumber, a boy was born in a small village called Vinci. It was 1452, and this boy, the illegitimate son of a Florentine notary and a young peasant woman, was named Leonardo. There were no signs of castles or riches in his childhood, just rolling fields and endless curiosity that surrounded him. Leonardo's story began under the mantle of simplicity. His cradle was not made of gold, and his toys were not made of precious stones. Instead, he found wonders in the patterns of stones and the movements of birds. This insatiable curiosity was the spark of a mind that would one day illuminate the world with its brilliance. Growing up as an illegitimate child at that time could have imposed many limitations, but for Leonardo, each obstacle was a step on the vast staircase of knowledge. In his youth, Leonardo's mind already showed signs of uncommon thought, an ability to see beyond what was taught and accepted. His passion for knowledge was so evident that his father, recognizing his son's exceptional talent, decided to send him to Florence. There, in Verrocchio's workshop, one of the master artists of the time, Leonardo would not only refine his skills with brushes and chisels, but also dive into the depths of artistic and scientific knowledge. This transition to Florence, the cradle of the Renaissance, opened Leonardo's eyes to a new world of possibilities. He was about to embark on a journey that would shape not just his life, but also the legacy he would leave to the world. The move to the city was the first major leap in his journey, a leap that would take him from rural obscurity to the bright light of innovation and discovery. And so, with one foot in the fields of Vinci and the other in the workshops of Florence, Leonardo began his true education under the tutelage of Andrea del Verrocchio, a master who would challenge and cultivate the still dormant genius within him. Learning in Florence. When Leonardo first stepped onto the vibrant soil of Florence, it was not just another Renaissance city that welcomed him, but a melting pot of new ideas, artistic techniques, and a reinvigorated interest in classical knowledge. He was brought into the workshop of Andrea del Verrocchio, a place where the limits of creativity were continuously tested and expanded. Verrocchio, more than a master to Leonardo, was a visionary who recognized and nurtured talent. In that workshop, not only were statues molded and paintings crafted, young artists' minds were also shaped. Among brushes and chisels, Leonardo discovered a world where art knew no boundaries, a place where painting, sculpture, and engineering intertwined with anatomy, mechanics, and optics. The daily interaction with other apprentices and masters, each bringing their own perspective and skills, was crucial for awakening in Leonardo a passion for the various forms of art and science. He was not content with just learning traditional techniques. He sought to understand the whys behind each brushstroke, each sculpted line, each cast shadow. Leonardo's insatiable curiosity began to take shape, fueled by the stimulating environment of Verrocchio's workshop. Anatomy and the human body. Immersed in his investigations of the human body, Leonardo da Vinci transformed his curiosity into a meticulous scientific study that challenged the conventions of the time. In an era when the dissection of human bodies was viewed with great skepticism and even repulsion, Leonardo advanced, driven by the belief that understanding the human form was key to comprehending both art and nature. His work with cadavers was not merely a morbid pastime. It was a quest for knowledge. In the depths of secret rooms, lit only by flickering candles, he made incisions with the precision of a scientist and the sensitivity of an artist. The result of those long solitary nights was a series of detailed drawings that depicted muscles, tendons, and the vascular system with unprecedented clarity. These anatomical studies were not mere curiosities. They had practical implications. Leonardo applied them directly to his art, endowing his paintings with authenticity and expressiveness that could only come from an intimate understanding of human mechanics. His drawings, such as those of the human heart, not only served to educate others, they also changed how physicians viewed and understood the human body. From this point, Leonardo's journey took a new direction, where each discovery in a quiet, dark room fueled new forms of expression on canvas and paper. His legacy in this field, rich with intricate details and revolutionary discoveries, challenged subsequent generations to look beyond what was accepted, presaging advances in medicine and art that would come centuries later. In this environment of constant learning and experimentation, Leonardo began to develop a unique eye for details, something that would later define his works. His early works already demonstrated an impressive mastery of light and shadow, as well as an unusual ability to capture the complexity of human expressions and the subtleties of the natural world. This fusion of art and science became Leonardo's hallmark, guiding him to question and innovate in ways that would challenge and expand the boundaries of human knowledge. Even in Verrocchio's workshop, his fascination with how the world works led him to explore a field that few artists of the time dared to enter: human anatomy. Inventions and gadgets. Leonardo's insatiable curiosity was not limited to human anatomy. His interests were as varied as they were profound, delving into the mechanics of the world around him. This led him to conduct extensive studies on water and air, elements he saw as intertwined with the essence of life and movement. His notebooks, filled with swirls of water currents and eddies, are a testament to his obsession with fluid dynamics. Leonardo was fascinated by how water moved and how it could be harnessed for energy. He designed a variety of devices to channel water, from innovative canals to water-lifting devices, some of which anticipated modern hydraulic engineering. But Leonardo's fascination with fluid dynamics was not limited to water. He also studied the flow of air, foreseeing concepts that would one day lead to the development of theories in aerodynamics. His sketches of flying machines continued to be a fusion of art and science, detailing wings that mimicked the flight of birds and propulsion systems that anticipated future innovations in aviation. These drawings were not mere fantasies. They were detailed studies of movement and force he observed in nature, applied with the intent of conquering the skies. Beyond studies of water and air, Leonardo also dedicated himself to investigating sound and light, exploring the nature of echo and the propagation of light through different mediums. His interest in these phenomena was not just theoretical. He sought practical ways to apply his knowledge, designing improved musical instruments and studying the use of light in his paintings to create effects of depth and realism, as seen in works like The Last Supper and Mona Lisa. This intersection of meticulous observation of nature and practical application of knowledge was crucial for the development of Leonardo's holistic view of science and art. His legacy resides not only in the artworks he left behind, but also in the numerous manuscripts containing insights that would only be understood and valued centuries after his death, underscoring his role as a true visionary of the Renaissance. The Vitruvian Man. Within the universe of Leonardo da Vinci's innovations, the Vitruvian Man shines as a milestone of his artistic and scientific journey. This work, more than just a drawing, encapsulates the Renaissance ideal of perfect symbiosis between art and science. Inspired by the writings of the Roman architect Vitruvius, Leonardo explored the ideal proportions of the human body, drawing the figure of a man perfectly inscribed within a circle and a square. The precision of the measurements and the harmony of the forms reflect not just an anatomical study, but also a profound philosophy about the universal order and beauty. In this drawing, each line and curve are imbued with meaning, revealing Leonardo's relentless pursuit to understand the laws that govern nature and the cosmos. Through this work, he invites us to contemplate the interconnection between the microcosm of the human body and the macrocosm of the universe, a vision that defies time and continues to inspire. This same pursuit of knowledge and integration among various fields of study led Leonardo to study bodies of water, meticulously documenting their movements and properties, which would bridge to the next chapter of his tireless journey of discoveries. Contributions to hydraulics. Leonardo da Vinci's meticulous study of water bodies not only fed his insatiable curiosity, but also laid the groundwork for his significant advances in hydraulics. His careful observation of the shapes and behaviors of water resulted in profound insights into how rivers shape their banks, how tides are influenced by the moon's phases, and how water can be manipulated for human benefit through channels and locks. Leonardo drew a series of diagrams and schematics detailing innovative hydraulic machines and irrigation systems. These designs were not just theoretical. Many were practical enough to be implemented, anticipating technologies that would only become common centuries later. His pioneering work in this field demonstrated that he was far ahead of his time, thinking of solutions that could transform civil engineering and water resource management. These contributions to hydraulics reinforce Leonardo's legacy as an innovator who crossed boundaries between art, science, and technology. And it is with this innovative spirit that he approached another of his famous projects, the painting of The Last Supper. The Last Supper. In the fluid transition from his hydraulic studies to sacred art, Leonardo da Vinci embarked on creating one of his most revered works, The Last Supper, painted on the walls of the convent of Santa Maria del Grazie in Milan. This monumental work not only exemplifies Leonardo's technical mastery, but also reflects his ability to infuse emotion and complex narrative into his art. Using innovative perspective and meticulous composition, he captured the exact moment when Jesus announces that one of his apostles would betray him. This scene is not just a dramatic climax of tension. It is an exploration of human reactions, where each apostle is individually expressed through gestures and expressions that reflect their perplexity, anger, or sorrow. Leonardo's ability to depict these complex emotions and the dynamic interaction among the characters transformed this painting into a study of psychological character and a milestone in the history of art. Furthermore, The Last Supper highlights Leonardo's continual experimentation with materials and techniques. Opting to paint this fresco dry, rather than using the traditional fresco technique, he sought to achieve a more vivid color palette and more refined details. Although this choice resulted in conservation challenges over the centuries, it also underlines his innovative spirit and relentless pursuit of perfection, traits that permeate his entire life and work. From exploring the waters to delving into human faith, Leonardo never ceased seeking new ways to understand and represent the world around him. His studies continued to propel him into new fields of knowledge, such as his fascinating projects of flying machines, marking another chapter in his tireless journey of discoveries. Studies of flight. Leonardo da Vinci's obsession with flight went beyond mere curiosity, becoming a driving force behind many of his innovative projects. He dedicated a significant portion of his life and his notebooks to drawings and schematics of flying machines, including detailed studies on bird flight and aerodynamics. His meticulous observations of nature and the physics of flight culminated in designs that, although never built in his time, anticipated modern aircraft by hundreds of years. Leonardo's sketches include the famous ornithopter, a machine that mimics the flapping of bird wings, as well as a type of parachute much safer than any other existing at that time. He believed that studying bird flight was key to engineering flying machines, and his notes detail concepts of lift and propulsion that would only be fully understood and applied with the advent of modern aviation. Leonardo's approach to flight demonstrates his characteristic style of intertwining art and science, showing that his investigations were not just theoretical but also aimed at practical applications that could transform human understanding. His legacy in flight studies is a testament to his genius and his ability to look beyond conventional knowledge, seeking innovative solutions to the challenges of his time. The same spirit of innovation and the willingness to explore the unknown also permeated his interest in botany, where Leonardo applied his observational skills to deeply understand the structures and functions of plants. Botanical interests. Leonardo da Vinci's explorations extended beyond mechanics, delving into the verdant world of botany. His botanical studies were not just artistic endeavors, but serious scientific investigations that led him to meticulously document the details of plant life. His plant illustrations are not only artistic but also scientific, as he sought to understand the principles of plant growth, wood structure, and how leaves are arranged on stems. Leonardo's approach to botany was as methodical as his studies in anatomy and flight, driven by an intense desire to understand the laws of nature. For Leonardo, each petal, leaf, and branch held secrets that, once uncovered, revealed the underlying order of the natural world. He was particularly fascinated by how water moved through plants, which mirrored his studies on human blood circulation and fluid dynamics, demonstrating his ability to draw parallels between seemingly distinct natural phenomena. This holistic view of nature led Leonardo to integrate his botanical discoveries into his broader artistic and scientific works, illustrating how interconnected knowledge enriched both his art and his scientific theories. His botanical drawings, with their attention to detail and precision, were centuries ahead of their time, foreshadowing the later development of botanical science. The synergy between Leonardo's various interests highlights how his visionary perspective transcended the limits of any single discipline. Whether painting the layers of the earth or dissecting the human body, he remained a tireless seeker of knowledge, constantly striving to uncover the underlying truth of the universe. His legacy in botany, as well as in his other fields of study, is a testament to his profound understanding of life's complexities and his eternal curiosity about the natural world. The Mona Lisa. No discussion about Leonardo da Vinci would be complete without mentioning his most famous and enigmatic masterpiece, the Mona Lisa. This portrait, known worldwide, has captivated audiences for centuries with its enigmatic smile and penetrating gaze. The Mona Lisa, or La Gioconda, as it is also known, is widely celebrated not only for Leonardo's technical skill but also for the mystery surrounding the model's identity and the meaning behind her expression. Painted between 1503 and 1506, the Mona Lisa is a masterful example of sfumato, a shading technique that Leonardo perfected, creating smooth transitions between colors and tones, giving the painting an almost ethereal quality. The meticulous attention to anatomical details in the background landscape, which seems to dissolve into a distant haze, demonstrates the perfect fusion of art and science that Leonardo cherished so much. The smile of the Mona Lisa is perhaps the most discussed aspect of the painting, seeming to change depending on the viewer's angle. This mysterious effect has been the subject of numerous analyses and theories, from psychological interpretations to scientific studies attempting to uncover the secret behind the figure's expression. The Mona Lisa is not just a portrait. It is an expression of Leonardo's relentless pursuit to capture the essence of humanity in its purest form. The painting continues to attract millions of visitors to the Louvre Museum in Paris, where it is displayed, becoming a lasting symbol of Leonardo's genius and the timeless power of art. While the Mona Lisa perpetuated his artistic legacy, Leonardo also devoted himself to another type of masterpiece: his notebooks, among which the Codex Leicester stands out. The Codex Leicester. While the Mona Lisa perpetuated his artistic legacy, Leonardo also devoted himself to another type of masterpiece: his notebooks, among which the Codex Leicester stands out. This collection of manuscripts is a fascinating compilation of writings and drawings that reveal Leonardo's curious and tireless mind, covering a wide range of subjects from astronomy to geology. The Codex Leicester, acquired by Bill Gates in 1994, is a window into Leonardo's thoughts and theories on natural phenomena. Within its pages, Leonardo explores the nature of light and its reflection, the dynamics of water, the composition of soil, and even theories about the formation of fossils. Each page is a testament to his interdisciplinary approach, where art, science, and philosophy intertwine in a continuous quest for understanding. Leonardo saw no distinction between art and science. For him, both were complementary paths to deciphering the mysteries of the universe. His notebooks reflect this integrative vision, where detailed diagrams of gadgets and anatomical sketches coexist with philosophical speculations and careful observations of nature. These manuscripts were not intended for publication. They were, above all, tools for learning and experimentation. However, the Codex Leicester and other notebooks by Leonardo have provided modern scholars with invaluable insights into his thought process and contributions to human knowledge. As the years passed, Leonardo continued to expand his horizons. Invited by King Francis I of France, he spent his final years at the Château du Clos-Luz, near Amboise. There, even in old age, he did not cease his investigations and creations, leaving a legacy that transcends his paintings and inventions, consolidating him as one of the greatest geniuses in history. The final years. During his final years in France, Leonardo da Vinci was invited by King Francis I to settle at the Château du Clos-Luz, a castle near Amboise. Even in his old age, Leonardo continued his investigations and creations, surrounded by an atmosphere of reverence and respect provided by the king, who saw him as a mentor and friend. In his final residence, Leonardo brought with him three of his favorite works: the Mona Lisa, St. John the Baptist, and the Virgin and Child with St. Anne. He remained active, designing engineering projects, planning festivals, and continuing to fill his notebooks with observations and ideas. During this period, his health began to decline, but his mind remained as sharp and inquisitive as ever. Leonardo died in 1519, at the age of 67, leaving an immense and multifaceted legacy that was not limited to his paintings. His innovative contributions to various scientific and technological disciplines influenced future generations and continue to be a source of inspiration and admiration. The impact of his studies in anatomy, hydraulics, mechanics, and botany demonstrates the breadth of his genius, making him a timeless figure whose works and thoughts still resonate strongly in the modern world. Leonardo da Vinci's life was a testament to the union of art and science, where each discovery fueled his creations and each innovation reflected his passion for knowledge. His ability to transcend conventional boundaries and integrate various fields of knowledge established him as one of the greatest visionaries in history, a true Renaissance man. From his humble origins in Vinci to his final years at the French court, Leonardo da Vinci left an indelible mark on the world. His works and discoveries continue to inspire and challenge our understanding, reminding us of the infinite human capacity for innovation and the pursuit of knowledge. His life is a legacy of curiosity, creativity, and a tireless spirit that still urges us to explore and discover today. If you enjoyed the content, please subscribe to the channel, like, comment, and share with your friends. Your support is essential for us to continue with this project. Comment below which other personalities you would like to learn more about. Thank you and see you in the next video.